Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Jubilee.
It's 5 Sip Friday, and we're drinking in the woods. Once again, we have a sample from our mystery man in the Midwest, Purple Grain. All we really know about him is that he hails from the North Star State, and he's very generous and sends us lovely samples. And we're excited to get into this one. 5 Sip Friday, as always, is an opportunity for us to take 5 sips of a mystery whiskey. We talk about flavors that we find in it, see how our palates recognize those flavors. We will let you know what we think of it. We'll take a guess at what it is, and we'll find out at the end what we're drinking. We have no idea. This could be rye, could be scotch, could be Irish, could be bourbon, could be anything. So let's get into this thing.
And I really enjoy these 5 Sip Fridays, and I'm never even close.
You've been hitting the proofs, though, which is impressive stuff. So I'm excited about this one. This is really interesting. There's nice complexity here.
Yeah, I'm getting just a hint of nuttiness, but it's underneath all the sweetness, so maybe like a candied nut?
Yeah, because I was originally getting like a Smarties candy, like sugary candy sort of thing, but yeah, now there's like a nice like brown sugar, buttery something or other.
Yeah.
We're going to go with a Jason C. mash and drum note here, say butter pecan. A little butter pecan. This smells great.
It does smell great. It has a little tiny baby hint of ethanol, so I'm wondering if it's going to be a little bit of a proofy girl.
It could be a sneaker. Let's go in. Sip number 1. Here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks, Purple Grain.
Oh yeah, there's more proof than I expected. This is not our first whiskey of the day, and it's still hot.
Woo! Nice. Man,
Maybe burnt.
It was funny. I had like a really nice sweetness on the front, and then that heat just kind of roller coastered in.
Yeah, I'm getting a beautiful hug. Flavor-wise, though, leather, oak, brown sugar, and that butter pecan hanging around. I like this. This is good. There you go. Tasting note number 1. It's good. Like
it's good. We're going in for 2?
Sip
Ooh.
2. Here we go.
Smells nice. Ooh, caramel.
Ooh, yeah.
Vanilla. Ooh, a hint of cherry.
Kind of a lot
Ooh,
going on.
I'm trying to wonder. I'm curious if it actually is a high proof or if it just runs hot. Because remember, I made that mistake once before, and it was like 100 proof, and I thought it had to at least be 120. So
this one's got
a little. Learn a little bit.
This might be a little bit of a rye dance, but I'm starting to lean toward like 112, 113 ish. That neighborhood.
Well, I'm
maybe barrel proof.
Nice
I'm not sure.
This one's tasty.
It is good. Yeah. The one thing that I will say about it is there's so much happening that it's not reminding me of any single distillery. I don't know what it would be. I mean, there's candy sweetness, there's nut sweetness, there's brown sugar, there's butter, there's a velvety mouthfeel.
I just got a hint of cotton candy on the nose.
Yeah. Like pink cotton candy.
Yeah.
Real sugary on the nose. This is interesting.
I'm going for 3.
Go for 3. Let's do it.
Now there's a little bit of, it's probably oakiness, but a little cherry and the like chocolate is coming through. So like that chocolatey oakiness.
I'm getting a mint that I sometimes get from some MGP stuff. By the way, I would say that this is a bourbon. I think it might have some rye in it, but this tastes to me like a bourbon.
I almost just said the same thing, that I don't think it's a rye. I'm not getting the like dance that I not always get, but a lot of times we'll get, especially on a higher proof rye.
Yeah, this is not Irish or Scotch or Japanese or anything like that.
I'm definitely
It doesn't seem finished to me, even though it has a lot of candy sweetness. I don't think it's finished. It doesn't finish that way in my mouth.
No, I'm with you on the MGP, I think.
Yeah. I definitely
just
think
the meld of flavors.
Yeah, there's so much going on that it strikes me that this could be blended from multiple distilleries. There's a touch of like a circus peanut thing happening here and there, which makes me think maybe Tennessee, but this is definitely not a Tennessee whiskey.
No, I wouldn't think it's a Tennessee whiskey.
Let's have another sip. I got it now.
I almost cheated there. I'm counting this time, guys. 4. Man, I feel like I just need to study harder. Like I always say, things go in my head and then they're out again, and there's a lot of familiar flavors in here. I mean, a lot of different bourbons have this, unique flavors and stuff, but there's a lot of flavors in here that makes me think that I should know what this is. Which is maybe why I'm thinking it's an MGP.
That's why I'm thinking it's blended from multiple distillers. That's what I'm starting to get. I'm starting to see it's like, okay, there's a little bit of Tennessee here. There's a little bit of Indiana here. I think that there's some hints that kind of remind me of Elijah Craig / Heaven Hill. A lot of times when things are sourced from Elijah Craig, it has a little hint of this, or from Heaven Hill, I should say, has a hint of this. So this to me, it's a little blended, and I keep stuffing my nose in the glass as we work it down, because sometimes what's left on the inside of the glass sort of gives you hints. Not getting a ton this time.
I just realized that my the roof of my mouth and my tongue are a bit numb, which is kind of nice, which makes me think it's maybe a little proofier than I originally thought. I mean, I wasn't thinking that this was very warm. I was going to go low 100s, but now maybe I'm going to...
I just took sip number 5, and it was a hearty sip. That one, bigger than I expected. I'm gonna say 100. I'm gonna say 118.
Ooh, crap! See, I wish I could remember. There was something about that last sip that seems eerily familiar. Eerily familiar. I'm gonna go through that Rolodex again. Woo, it's warm though. Woo!
Seriously, there's some hints here that remind me of really well-aged wild turkey stuff. There are hints here that remind me of a lot of the blended stuff that we've had. This could go a million different directions. I do not have a definitive guess. I'm
now leaning towards this being from a single distillery versus a blend. Woo, I am getting, it just like warm all of a sudden.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess 116 proof.
Ooh.
I'm guessing 116 proof. I think it's a blended whiskey. We just opened a bottle of Stellum recently, and it had a ton of sweet, like leathery tobacco on the inside of the glass when I was done with it. And this doesn't have a lot of those types of notes, but it was kind of a blend like that. I don't know. I don't think this is a Stellum bourbon, but it has something like that going on. I'm going to say that this is a blend of multiple distilleries. I'm going to say it's 116 proof, and I'm going to say that I like it very much. That's my guess.
So I'm going to guess this time.
Okay.
And there's something super familiar, and it was only familiar in that 5th sip, to be honest. And I'm leaning towards it being maybe like a Heaven Hill product, but I don't know what it's going to be.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's some Heaven Hill in here.
Yeah, and you kind of almost stole my proof point at 116. I was waffling between it like, is it really like that warm? Should I go 113 or go 118? So I'm going to go 118 because that last sip, bam, got me.
The more I sip this, the more I think that my 116 might be low. I'm sticking with 116. You got 118.
Yeah.
You think it's a Heaven Hill product. I think it's a blend of distilleries.
Yeah.
Let's find out what in the world this is. I'm ready.
I know, and I will say, I'm now, it probably is an MGP. Even though I want it to be like a Heaven Hill.
There's a minty MGP finish here. That's a possibility for sure. All right, 5 sips done. Guesses are done. Only thing left is to find out how wrong we are. Let's do this.
This is my favorite part. Okay, got my phone. And didn't think of this. Crap. It's a 2021 barrel bourbon cast strength. 113.9. I should have stuck with my 113.
We didn't do too bad.
I know.
I don't know that much about it. The barrel, New Year 2021, 113.9 proof.
Dang it!
Wait a minute. I said Stellum. It's made by Barrel.
Oh.
Do I get something for that? I think I do.
I mean,
we're not keeping score or points or anything like that, but I'm going to give myself points. I'm going to give myself the rest of this whiskey as a reward. I did it.
Absolutely.
I'm very proud of myself right now. I'm pretty sure that that's exactly what Barrel does is they blend from different distilleries. I know that Stellum uses whiskey from Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee in their blended product.
Yeah. And I kind of feel ashamed. We've been talking about Barrel so much the last 2 weeks. Didn't even cross my mind.
I think we did pretty good today. It's still fun, right?
I know. I'm a little bit bummed that I went against my initial instincts with that 113 because I didn't think it was hot until that 5th sip. Urgh.
The bigger the sip, the more heat I got. That's for sure. Well, this is delicious and very generous of you. Again, thank you. Purple Grain, spectacularly tremendous sample. And I mean, we're drinking Barrel bourbon in the woods. What's better than that? This is a fantastic day. And let us know. Have you had Barrel?
Having a great time.
Yeah. For sure. Let us know, have you had Barrel? Have you had that 2021 release? How does it stack up against the others? We really don't have any around. We don't have it on the shelf or anything like that. So let us know what you think of it, and join us on Patreon. Exclusive live streams, bonus content. Check us out on Instagram at The Bourbon Man, and from wherever we are.
To wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers.